Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What is up, everybody? Welcome on in to your Friday stream. A couple of different things that we're going to be going over today. I want to talk about House of the Dragon. First reviews. They're incredible. Oh my God, peak hot D coming in. Peak hot D for season 2. Oh my God, I want to talk about it. There's actually a lot of crazy updates about Marvel, Avengers, a whole bunch of crazy stuff that we can talk about and get into with that. And of course, maybe, inevitably, we will talk about Acolyte. Maybe. I mean, you know, do we have to? That's kind of up to you. Give me 1 second. I'll be right with you. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's get it started. What is up, everybody? Pardon me. What's up? Big sign in the NerdVengers tower that reads, "We love Acolyte" here. Oh, man. Oh, man. Do we love Acolyte? Does everybody love Acolyte here? Everybody loves Acolyte, right? I haven't looked that much online, but pretty much, look, guys. Oh boy. Should we start here? Should we talk about it a little bit? Love's a strong word. Yeah. Nerds are gay in my world, says Baba. Dude, Baba said that. He's not quoting either. He said that. You know, that he said that. Oh boy. Cool Bear says, can you talk about the Andrew Garfield Venom 3 leaks, and does this trailer retcon the Venom leaks for Spider-Man 4? Love you, Josh. NerdVengers for life. Yeah, so, you know what's funny? I actually have a video that's about Null that I was, like, editing and working on, and I think I want to drop it. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to drop it today. I feel like this is going to be, like, a long stream, and I feel like we'll be, I just feel like I'll be drained or whatever afterwards, but I can tell you, I thought about that Andrew Garfield leak. I don't think it's real at all. Like, I think it's just 4chan rumors, right? Unless I'm mistaken. Although, to be fair about it, I believe those rumors are long-standing. Andrew being in the Sony-verse, that's like a long-standing rumor. So, I don't really know. I don't think it's real, but you know what's crazy is, like, the more I thought about the possibility of Null, the symbiote god, the more I was like, oh, wow, that could actually be real, and that would be pretty crazy. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think the Andrew stuff's real. But I'll say one thing about it, that I think there was a report a couple of months back that suggested that Sony did want Andrew and Toby for their own multiverse stuff. Do you guys remember when we talked about that? So, I mean, I guess maybe. Guess we'll have to see, huh? Vito says, LaFive, let Veed make an analogy. Oh, shit. Do I have to? Imagine a DJ was playing the same song on repeat for 20 years. And we get mad at the DJ when we just walk out of the club. Yeah, you know, that's fair. What's that a metaphor for? What's the metaphor supposed to represent? Veed, help us. But yeah, no more Acolyte. It's just for the gay generation, I guess. Yeah, geez. So, look, here's the thing. Gunman says, Acolyte is too woke and too gay. Star Wars has fallen. Yeah. So, fuck it, man. Here we go, I guess. You know, here we go. Let's go. Let's dive down the rabbit hole. Here we fucking go. Let's talk about Acolyte. Holy shit. Okay, we can kind of start here. You know, let me just talk about it. Okay? Cuz I've been thinking a lot about it. I've been watching a lot of the discourse, and I'll tell you this. Man, I've seen a lot of passion. I don't remember the last time I've seen this much passion for a Star Wars project. Unfortunately for Lucasfilm, it's passion going in the opposite direction of like their show and their shit, right? I'm being dead ass, man. Like, so many of you guys are, and it started the moment I started the stream on Wednesday, where I was like, I like the show, let's argue about it, which is a little tongue-in-cheek, but ultimately that is what happened, right? So I got so many of you guys sharing different interviews, different clips. The star, Amandla, I believe is her name, and something about like some interview from years ago about trying to make white people cry, you know, and like just all this stuff. I've not experienced this, you know, myself. So in Star Wars or just in anything, where there's so many of you sending me stuff, about. It just feels like you're like, but Josh, this, you know, but Josh, that, you know, and I'll be honest with you, like most of that stuff, guys, like I'll just be 100% honest with you, like I'm just really numb to it. Like, I don't care. I just don't care, man. I'm sorry, I don't care. You know, I'm sorry, I really don't. But here's the other side of that. It's undeniable that a lot of you guys care. Okay? And I feel Acolyte is such a strange show, and it's such a strange property. I almost feel like Lucasfilm wants to do an experiment with Acolyte. Right? Which is, what if we just ignored online discourse completely and we tripled down on progressive, representative, left-leaning, Pride Month, positive gay Star Wars? And I don't think, like, I think that's, I'm not being facetious. I'm not being cruel. I'm not being mean. Like, that's just objectively what I think's going on. Like, it feels like this experiment is like, if you're trying to navigate the waters of modern day fandom and you're trying to figure out how to make Star Wars content, it really does feel like Acolyte is this experiment where they're like, yeah, what if we just ignored all of that and doubled and tripled down on the shit we want to, and let's see what happens. You know, and I am fucking curious to see what happens, because obviously a lot of people don't like it. Obviously a lot of people are complaining about it. And I wonder, man, because, you know, it did what 4.8 million views in a day, and Disney's gonna obviously try to report the numbers in as positive a way as is possible. I wonder, and I'm sure many of you guys wonder too, like, what is the percentage of people that hate watched that add to those views, right? But I guess my question is, what if the show charts on Nielsen? What if the show does decent numbers? What if a ton of people like the show and all the discourse? I guess what I'm trying to see and what I'm really interested in is, like, what happens if everybody is complaining? The discourse online is horrible because, like, I'll tell you frankly, like, I don't think there's too much coverage I can personally do of Acolyte. Because I'm just not that interested in getting into the discourse that's inevitable. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like some of the anti-woke channels or, Fandom Menace and, like, that crowd, it feels like in a lot of instances over the past 6 years, they've sort of cried wolf. Meaning some things that sure were like slightly dipping into identity politics, or maybe some things that were boneheaded, or like treating Ray with kid gloves and all these sort of things. Like, there's a bit of truth in all of these criticisms, but it feels like that crowd like cried wolf way too fucking hard. And I wonder if now it matters at all. Because the discourse is going to be horrible. There's probably not going to be a lot of coverage on social media about it, except like in bubbles. I think specific bubbles, can either just shit on it in peace or love it in peace, And I wonder, is this literally Disney's strategy? Where they're like, yeah, fuck it, man. Like, we want to make the thing they hate the most and just test the waters and see if we can still be looked at as successful and consider ourselves successful with this type of content. You know what I mean? And I think, like always, there are a lot of people that sort of get lost in the shuffle of these conversations because there are a lot of people that I would assume just don't like Acolyte. Like, I very easily could have been one of those people. I came in with a ton of baggage, a lot of worry about the show, and it just kind of hit me the right way, and I ended up liking it. Now, I am the type of person that just tries to ignore a lot of that noise, and I find, the culture war bickering to be just really a waste of time. So, like, I don't really engage with it. So I happen to be a person that can just enjoy the Acolyte. But who do I enjoy the Acolyte with? Because it seems the vast majority of people have a very strong opinion of this show. Most of them that I've seen just don't like it or reject it for various reasons. And I'm sure there are people out there that just really like it and support it and, are down. But is this the future of Star Wars? You know what I mean? Like, is this, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, is this their strategy where they kind of want to make all the noise online seem irrelevant? Or are they like just really trying to like push out? I don't know. It's weird, right? Like, and I'm sure there's just some people that just don't like the show. They're not even like super into that culture war stuff, or maybe they had an open mind to it. Like, Star Wars Meg, I think she's pretty level-headed, pretty open-minded. I think she's got mixed feelings on the show. I don't think she likes the show as much as I do, right? Like, I've seen Ek talk about it. He doesn't seem to like the show as much as I do. So I'm sure there's like a lot of people that are, just looking for good Star Wars that maybe just don't like it, right? And then the other thing here, dude, and this is like the massive elephant in the room, which again makes the whole situation super weird. It's the fact that Disney has eroded the brand, and Disney has created this divided fan base. You know, like, some people don't like to hear that, although I've seen a lot more people kind of admit to that and sort of come around to that sort of thinking. You know, I've been preaching this for how many years? How many years have I been covering Star Wars, and how many years have I been saying I think Lucasfilm and the way they do public relations, the way that they market the culture that company has created, it's done damage to the fan base. It's done damage to the properties. It's not good, right? So I've been saying that for years. Me liking Acolyte does not change that at all. And I think a lot of people are just there. They've just arrived at that place. And it feels weird. You know, like, I think that's just the best way that I can describe it, is it feels weird. I mean, I certainly don't feel compelled to continue to talk about Acolyte. I don't feel compelled to make content about Acolyte. I enjoy the show, but frankly, Lucasfilm has created the show in a way that there's no way for me to engage positively about it. Like, does that make sense? Because I'm not gonna, like, ignore all the bullshit. I can't just be like, oh yeah, no, like, all that, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't feel like, it's totally different than Ahsoka, right? Like, I think Ahsoka, and a lot of people didn't like Ahsoka, especially the ending. Totally cool, totally fair. But I think the difference is, like, for me, I liked Ahsoka so much that I didn't really care if a lot of people didn't like it. There was stuff I wanted to talk about. There were questions, theories, speculation, whether it was Marok and Smoke Dude or Anakin and his lesson. There was stuff going on in the show that I enjoyed so much. I was like, fuck it, man. I'm going to make content about this. I don't really care if a lot of people don't like it. But Acolyte, not so much. I mean, my desire to make content about the show or talk about it on stream is, like, very low. And I like it. So, I don't know, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do not know. It's a crazy situation. It's a crazy, crazy scenario. Acolyte. What a time to be alive. What a time. What a time to be alive. Yeah, what do you guys think? I'll catch up on some chats here, and I'll see if there's anything that you guys want to talk about, okay? All right. Where's the music, dude? The hell? All right, here we go. Let's catch up on a couple of chats and whatnot here. Cool Bear says, can you talk about the... Oh, we already talked about that. Vito says, Oh, yeah, we already talked about that. H. Chris says, I'm 23, never drank alcohol before, and Acolyte has made me start. Good action doesn't make up for a blade killing people faster than a laser sword. Jesus. So, wait a minute. People upset about that one, too? People upset about that one? I mean, she took a knife to the heart. She took a knife to the heart. You don't think she should have? Obviously? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Look, here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say about that. Nah. But I will see you meeting halfway on the fire thing. So, something that I didn't quite remember on my watch through, but I did go back and watch the fire scene. Because, like, everybody's losing their fucking mind about this fire in space, right? And I thought that was so silly. I was like, dude, come on, man. Like, George Lucas, Star Wars, there's explosions and flames in space all the fucking time. All the time, right? And so I first I was like, dude, I can't believe people are really upset about that, right? However, I went back and watched it, okay? And the problem is not that it's just this fire in space, but it really is kind of like a campfire. And this is the part that I sort of forgot when I watched it again. I was like, oh shit, she's having a flashback. So they're using the fire in space on the ship to like create PTSD, where she kind of has a flashback to like the fire of like her sister burning everybody and shit like that, right? And so after I was like looking at it again, I was like, okay, I can at least see why this did stick out to some people, because yes, she like focuses on it. It's meant to like draw back to these other flames, and it is kind of like a campfire. Okay, so I will agree that the fire thing, probably they should have done something else to do that. But the knife thing, no. I'm gonna hold strong on the knife thing. That was cool. It's sweet. Assassins are sweet. Ninjas are sweet. And I thought the knife thing was cool. So that's what I'll say to that one. All right. Okay, Rossi, thanks for that, brother. Oh shit, here we go. Hang on. Jay Robbins says, what bothers me about Acolyte is the contradictory dialogue. The wokeness is fake news, just being used for extra hate on something that's really mid. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of funny too, right? There's a bunch of people probably like Jay Robbins. And this is like by the way, if you ever wanted to learn how not to run a mass appeal 4-quadrant IP, Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm was like giving you a master class on like what not to do. Because people like Jay Robbins, it's so interesting. He's like, yeah, I just actually think the dialogue's corny and I don't like the show. I mean, I would imagine there are so many people and so many fans ready to put him in a particular bucket or say that he, doesn't like wokeness and all this sort of stuff. I think that's wild, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that just don't like the show. And I'm sure there's a lot of toxic, positive, butthole Star Wars fans that would literally call the person a ist or a phobe for thinking that. And by the way, that's not speculation. That is literally happening. That's literally happening on Twitter.com right now. Locationary says, with a 10 spot, I liked Acolyte. There's many actors I don't like that I enjoy their content. I watch Korean shows. I don't care when there are like no white actors, regardless of the marketing on Acolyte was terrible. Yeah, for sure. I like the show. Yeah, I'll put gambling on in a second. I'm just trying to catch up with chat right now. We're trying to have a conversation. I'll put the gambling on in a little bit. Holy shit! My God! Sorry, C-Dub, but yeah, we'll do the gambling in a little bit. Yeah, look, I like the show. I think it's cool. But also, like, I can't blame people, and I totally understand for people that don't like it or that want to root against it. I mean, it is the weirdest. This is the weirdest promotion and marketing for a show I've ever seen. Like, it really is. Like, I've never seen anything like this. It's wild. It's kind of shocking. Gunman says, do you think Agatha to Marvel will be what Acolyte is to Star Wars right now? I heard Agatha is progressive too. I don't think so, dude. I mean, what do you guys think? I think there's definitely going to be some LGBT stuff in Agatha, but I cannot imagine it being the way that Acolyte is. Like, I just can't imagine it. Because I think the Acolyte marketing is objectively bad. Like, I feel like you'd have to be zoinked out on, like, tranquilizers or, like, a bunch of heavy-duty SSRIs or something. Like, I feel like you'd have to be a walking drugged out zombie to not realize that this marketing for Acolyte is very bad. And I just feel like that can't be everybody. Like that, it can't actually be the case that we're that far away from like reality, because you gotta read the room. Like, are we literally at the point where like we're just gonna ignore the room? Like, I don't know, man. That is literally what Acolyte feels like. Acolyte feels like a bunch of people, like, you know, the people that every little thing that people don't like about Star Wars, they equate to like racism or bigotry or stuff like that. Like, and this is like real talk. We've seen this like for years and years and years within the Star Wars community. You could say, I think Rey is a flat character. And people would literally be like, oh my God, this dude's sexist, misogynist. Like, bro, that's real shit. There were real, like, Avatar, you know, anime profile picture people on Twitter that would retweet people's shit and do that and say that. It feels like they made Acolyte. Like, it literally feels like those people made Acolyte. It's crazy. And by the way, I happen to like the show. I think it's a good show. It might all fall apart in episode 3. We might see a fan backlash, the like of which we've never seen before. That's also possible. But yeah, that's what I think, man. And I do not think that's going to be the strategy for Agatha. And also, here's the other thing that's kind of cool. Agatha's like the Agatha show. Marvel has this sort of built-in buffer system where as long as it's not like the next big Avengers movie, or as long as like Secret Wars isn't all about Agatha and her gay lovers and her gay son that's not really her son and shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, Star Wars has the problem of everything that's Star Wars is the next part of Star Wars. I think Marvel has a built-in kind of thing where certain things can be lesser than and are like not as impactful to the overall canon, and certain things matter a little bit more. So, yeah, that's what I think. Okay, fine, I'll put the gambling on. I feel bad I yelled at C-dubs, but like I've seen a million people gambling. Can we put the gambling on? Hey, Josh, what about the gambling? Let's put the gambling on. Okay, fine. My God. All right, let me get this gambling going on for you. Boom, there you go. Let me also drop some coinage to everybody that's watching right now. Boom, shakalaka. Okay, there you go. All right, let's try to catch up on a couple of more chats here, and then we'll get into some other news, because I really do want to talk about the House of the Dragon reviews, dude. They're great. And I want to talk about the Avengers, Marvel news, Hulk. Savage Hulk is back. What the hell? That's crazy. Okay, Obi-Wan Kenobi says, Open Bar 98 with Theory, Drinker, and Mauler is a great watch. Tears apart the Acolyte in a respectful way. Would love to hear you counter their points. Nah. Jason says, unfortunate Disney has perpetuated the discourse about the production of the show instead of the show itself. Not sold yet, but at least I'm intrigued. Yeah, that's like exactly the sentiment from me too. That's like exactly the sentiment. Nolan says, bro, lost all my progress in new season 4 update and COD ME3 with level 300 or higher. So I came to take my mind off it. And Acolyte, good, not great. And super excited for new Marvel shit in Unity. Much love from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Wait a minute. You lost all my progress in the new season 4 update. Call of Duty Me 3 with being level 300. What? I'm not sure what you mean, dude. I'm not sure what you mean. You lost all your Call of Duty shit? That's a bummer. That's a bummer. And yeah, thanks for the love, man. $20 holla. That's generous. Appreciate you. Yeah, so yesterday, this is a good time to talk about this because he was talking about Unity. Yesterday, we released Chapter 2 of Unity. Right now, it's just out for people on Kickstarter, people that have backed the book. I'm thinking about a way to kind of get it out there for more people, have other people read it, because obviously a lot of people read Chapter 1 and they really enjoyed it. I think Chapter 2 is even better. So I'm really happy and proud of it. We will be doing, if you backed Unity, you've got to check your Kickstarter, and you got to go to your Kickstarter account. I don't think it's easy to click through the email, so you got to go to your actual account. And yeah, you should be able to get access to Chapter 2. It's really cool. There's one typo. There's one typo that somebody found. So if you found an error, let me know so I can fix it before we go to print, obviously. But yeah, so check that out. I'm really happy with it. A lot of people seem to enjoy it. And we will be doing a town hall next week. We'll probably aim for Thursday night. And all of the collectors, if you're a collector of Unity, we're going to be getting together. We'll talk about Chapter 2. We'll talk about the entire book, the characters, the future. And also, I want to talk about, the new artists we're bringing in and the future of the book. Because there's a lot of stuff I've been working on, a lot of Unity stuff, but a lot of it's like behind the scenes. It's not stuff that I can share with everybody, but I can share it with a lot of the collectors. So we'll talk about that next week. And yeah, we'll figure out a way. I want to figure out a way for people to be able to read Chapter 2. I just don't know what that is yet. So if you backed it on Kickstarter, you can read it right now. Lord Vito says, I posted shorts on my channel. Oh, really? What size? What color were the shorts? Overbound says, it's got mystery. Why does she hate the Jedi? What are the Jedi hiding? Who are the Sith? And does it tie to the mother and Dave stuff? Yeah, no, I think those are all cool questions, man. I totally agree that it has that mystery. I am intrigued, and I'm excited to watch the show sort of unfold. Look, I'm going to make a video about the crazy leaks for, Episode 3. I was going to do that this morning, actually. I actually didn't sleep super well, so I kind of woke up late. But I'll make a video on that. But I got to be honest with you, man. I don't really see me making too many more Acolyte videos. Like, I'll talk about it on stream, but I don't think there's a lot of people that down to watch Acolyte content. I'm going to be real. I think there's a group of people that want to watch people shit on Acolyte. For sure. And I just really don't want to do that much. Number one, because I like the show. Number two, I think the marketing and promotion was bad. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the take. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we'll see how it goes, though. I am intrigued in a lot of the things you're talking about. I do think there could be something really cool going on with, Abeloth and the Force and the Jedi and, new ways of understanding the Force and stuff like that. So, I think that's cool. It's just that it's a fucking shame that I don't want to really engage or talk about it or have fun with the community about Acolyte, because a lot of you are not having fun with it. A lot of you hate it, despise it. H. Chris says, that's a specific instant. In a heart, yes, but a laser sword melts metal. In that specific... Wait, what? In that specific instant, in the heart, yes, but a laser sword melts metal. I'm not sure exactly what you're saying, bro. I think what you're saying is, I thought about it, I changed my mind. I now actually like that she died from the knife. I'm pretty sure that's what you mean. Cool. Ross Terms says, I liked it, but reminds me of Star Trek series on TV. Peace, Josh. Hey, much love, man. Appreciate you. I don't really watch a lot of Star Trek on TV or wherever else you watch it. JJ Lamont says, the show isn't perfect, but the way people are reacting is wild. Y'all need to find your own peace. Unity is the shit, though. Read that, y'all. Hey, thanks for the love, man. Yeah, I mean, like, so here's the thing, JJ. I thought about this specifically, and I'm sure this will get some groans from certain people in the audience, like maybe Adam. Adam, where are you at? Groan warning for Adam. So here's kind of the thing, right? I happen to think that Lucasfilm was very stupid in the way they have done PR and the way they have chose to communicate with a large portion of their audience that is either, I don't even necessarily want to say conservative, but just like older versions of Star Wars. Like, let's say it that way, right? I believe that. I believe Lucasfilm has been very stupid with the way they communicate to that portion of the fan base. I also think, like, multiple things can be true at once, right? I also think that a lot of the people that are hating on Acolyte are being ridiculous, right? But if I choose to communicate to that same group of people in the same way that Lucasfilm did, then I am no better than Lucasfilm. So it would be a mistake and it would be hypocritical of me to say to a large group of people that have a problem with the show, you are bad and you think wrong. Does that make sense? Where's Adam? He's like, Jesus Christ, you know? All right. Grizzly with a 10. Appreciate you, brother. Says, yo, Josh, to be fair, it's not Acolyte's fault that Lucasfilm has set that shitty precedent for Blades vs. Sabers and other shows. Luckily, we have bangers like Unity Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. I need more. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah. I think between the first two chapters, and you guys have to tell me, I think it's close to 80 pages. And it goes by pretty quick. Like, I won't say, like, look. I fucking love the book. I think it's awesome. Okay? It's exactly what I want it to be. Maybe a little bit of tweaking in Chapter 1. There are some things I think we're going to adjust. A little error here and there in Chapter 2. But overall, I fucking love it, dude. I love the book. I love the story. However, we are like 70 to 80 pages in, and we've just got to like the first like thing. And now I want to like let the world, like, from Chapter 3 is like, okay, now let's live in the wake of what just happened. And that's kind of interesting, and it's weird, and there's a lot of fun things that we'll play with that, right? So I'm really, really happy with it. I will eventually talk my shit and express that it is awesome and that it is better than a lot of things that are out there. But it is too early for me to quite get on my soapbox and pat myself on the back and explain that I'm better than like all the shit we talk about. Like I'm the fucking shit. Okay, like I'm legit, like a gift. I have a gift. And this shit is like poetry that also happens to take the form of superhero shit. It's like it's fucking incredible, okay? But I can't quite talk my shit yet, because we're crafting this thing and it's going way slower than I want. So I've got to just kind of keep cooking and keep working and keep making it. But yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying it so far. The process has been kind of arduous. It's tough. But yeah, Unity's special. Unity's special. It'll tickle you. It'll tickle you. Like poetry. Okay, thanks. Chase Floyd says, yo, so when's the rainbow lightsaber reveal? Episode 3, Darth Pride will be super Sithy. You know, for every other Star Wars show that there has been, if you would have made a comment like that, I would have said that's out of pocket. It is literally not out of pocket for this show. And that's the thing that I think Lucas, like, do you realize what you've done? Do you realize what you've done, Kathy? Holy shit. Chillin says, regarding the rumors about episode 3, I know how Lucasfilm will attempt to justify it if the rumors are true and it comes from Lucas Star Wars. NerdVengers for life, take my money. I'll tell you this right now. I want to do like I said, I'm going to do a full video on this. But I will TLDR my feeling on the leak and also how the fan base is going to react. I predict, although I'm not sure, I predict that I will watch the episode and I will feel no contradiction with George Lucas' Star Wars. I will feel no feeling of it destroying the Force. I will feel like that is an obvious self-insert piece of mythology, but that's not really going to bother me that much. I literally think, and some of you guys like, oh, dude, you're getting ready. You got the, oh, dude. Some of you guys are like, like you're typing, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Hang on. Hear me out. Hear me out. I predict I'm not going to be that bothered by it. Okay? And I also predict that the internet will have a complete and total fucking meltdown. Nobody's really going to give a fuck about what little old me thinks about it. I'll try to make a nuanced point about it, which will be lost in the wind of the hurricane of anger, frustration, and fan rage, which will overwhelm and consume everything in its path. And so I will sit back and watch, and I think it's just, yeah, I think it's going to do some serious damage. It doesn't matter as much how I perceive it. Like, to say that would mean thinking all of the last years and all of the times that Kathy said this and all the times and then the South Park thing. Like, to say that you would have to have, like, amnesia and just wake up in a world completely removed from years and years and years of fucking it up. And then, like, you know, just let it hit you in, like, a totally incomplete fair way. So, like, you know, a lot of people are saying, like, oh, man, it's going to kill Star Wars. Like, more than it is right now? Like, is that possible? So that's kind of my feelings on it, and that's just the honest truth. Now, look, I could be wrong. I could watch it and be like, what the fuck is this? Leslie Headland! And get really angry. Like, that's possible for sure. But I've watched people explain it. I've had people explain it to me. And frankly, like, I'd love to be the person that was like, actually, you know, Palpatine and Mother Talzin and going back to even in the EU where you have, like, the Celestials and you've got all of these different, there've always been different ways of interpreting the Force. The Jedi are just one school that thinks of the Force in a certain way and blah, 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 blah. Like, I could literally, I could put on a whole, like, clinic. I could make a PowerPoint. I could have a laser pointer. I could put a nice shirt on with a tie. I could do all of that, and it's not going to matter. Like, it's literally not going to matter. Like, you guys will just be like, they're turning the Star Wars gay. You know what I mean? And just being, like, freaking out about it. So, like, that's what it is. It's like I can already see it happening. I already see the way it's going to go down. Okay, let's keep going here. Let's catch up on some stuff. Then I want to talk about Hot D. Nate says, overall, I liked the second episode. My main complaint with the LA Star Wars is why does some of it look like a CW fan film quality and other parts look great? Yeah, I mean, I think that's a totally fair criticism. I think it looks better than it did in the trailers. Some people were trying to tell me it's because of the film they used to film it, but then I'm like, well, why does it look so weird in the trailers? I think they obviously put a filter over it. And I thought it looked okay. It doesn't look incredible, but it looks okay. You know? So, yeah. Cole, welcome back to the NerdVengers, baby. Rossi with a 10 spot. Appreciate you. Says, Theory was on the Drinkers pod yesterday. He said he believes in Dave and John, but he thinks KK influence on the show hurts John and Dave. To what degree do you think KK has influence on all of Star Wars? Oh, man. To what degree do you think KK has influence on all of Star Wars? Too much. Yeah, the answer is too much. Appreciate you. John says, they, them, love Acolyte. I don't know what you're on about. I must be missing what you're exactly referring to there. Infinite Dodger says, is the Force is female thing just about Abeloth? Look, it's my understanding that they don't outright come out and say the Force is female. I think people are perhaps extrapolating that out of it. But I don't think so. I mean, do you guys think it's going to be like some weird human centipede of women coming out of each other's vaginas and then it becomes like Kathleen Kennedy's head and then she bites the head off all the male characters and tells us that the Force is female now? Like, I you guys must have heard different leaks than me. So I don't think anything like that happens. I hope so. Yeah, it's kind of lit now that I think about it. It's kind of hot. H. Chris says, I just want consistency from the way weapons are used. A dagger to the heart makes sense as a killing device, but so is a lightsaber that melts through a metal door. The fear of lightsabers is gone. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, bro. I get what you're saying. This is like, do you guys know this is trauma, right? It feels like every Star Wars show is just a way to, like, talk about our trauma. Like, where did show us on the doll where Kathy hurt you. And people are like, it's the sabers, man. It's the look. It's the wokeness. It's like, you know, like everybody has their thing. You know what I hope? I hope Kathleen Kennedy retires. And then I hope she becomes a hip-hop artist. And she flips full on flips and starts going after fans and like being like outwardly toxic, shitting on the South Park thing and become like, but like she's really good. Like we like we're like, can you imagine seeing on Twitter? And I think we can because we live in like the craziest fucking world and time possible. So like imagine going on Twitter like tomorrow, whatever, and like Variety. It's like Kathleen Kennedy retires as president of Lucasfilm and drops a hip hop album. Holy shit. Be kind of cool. I kind of hope she does. Sajid says, what if they solidify in canon that Anakin is not the chosen one, but just a chosen one, and that is a part of the larger circle? Yeah, that's the way it was in Legends. So in Legends, especially around because you realize the Mortis gods are referred to as the ones, plural, right? So I think it's always been the case that the one is not just a singular being or a person, but that there are always maybe ones that come in. It's a little bit like Neo in The Matrix, right? Which I personally wish, and I thought the sequel trilogy had an opportunity to do this and to really like drive it home in a really interesting way. Imagine if you do the Matrix explanation, which is like, the one is something the Matrix creates when it gets out of balance. Yeah, or the Avatar. Yeah. So this is a concept that I think has been around in a lot of different fiction. It was actually in the EU. It was in the expanded universe. So yeah, I don't have as much of a problem with that. And also, like, Rey Skywalker is worse. Rey Skywalker, like some of the stuff they did in the sequel trilogy is literally worse than what people are talking about with the Acolyte, in my opinion. Like, this is like light work, you know? Lukeman says, funny thing is the show itself isn't woke so far. The woke marketing did all the damage and made people go in with preconceived notions. Yes, and that's Disney's fault. Like, in my opinion, like, that's Disney's fault, right? Lucas Tex Venture says, what are the leaks? I mean, I'll talk about it in a video. I don't really want to spoil it for people. Nico says, I think what it's going to be, since women can deliver child, not men, they become the vassal for virgin birth created by the Sith. I mean, that's kind of an interesting concept. That's kind of cool. I wonder if it'll just land on deaf ears and everyone will just be mad like they already are. Okay. Woo! Let's talk about House of the fucking Dragon. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll drag me back into the hell that is Acolyte conversations before the stream is over. But for a short reprieve, I want to talk about something dope. I want to talk about something lit. Something real cool. And that would be House of the Dragon. Okay? Now, House of the Dragon Season 1 was a big surprise for me. I think it was a surprise for many of you. Let me know in chat if it was a surprise for you. When I, was watching that show, I count myself among the people that absolutely hated the ending of Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones. I had a great time watching Game of Thrones for years and years and years. Watch parties with different groups of friends. Dude, Game of Thrones is a show that I had watch parties when I lived in my hometown. I had watch parties when I moved to Philadelphia. It was great. Game of Thrones was huge. But of course it had an ending that was abysmal. Absolutely terrible. Pissed off the vast majority of the fan base. So when House of the Dragon was promoting itself, when it was coming out, I was pretty skeptical. I think many of you guys were skeptical as well. And it shocked me. It surprised me in a very good way. It's a fantastic season. I think it's legitimately better than a lot of Game of Thrones. Incredible performances, a lot of tension, a lot of the stuff you would expect from a Game of Thrones world. And also a bunch of fucking awesome dragons, a bunch of crazy violence, really, really cool stuff. I thought House of the Dragon Season 1 was fantastic. Now, House of the Dragon Season 2, it's about 10 days away. And up until recently, we didn't know too much about like how the show was. I also had some concern about season 2, partially because Miguel Sapochnik is no longer involved in season 2. Miguel was a producer. He did a lot of work on the first season of House of the Dragon. He was a director and producer and the old Game of Thrones show. He was the guy that did some of the biggest battles in all of Game of Thrones, like Battle of Bastards, Hearthome, the battle at Winterfell. Miguel Sapochnik is that guy. Really like this dude. So he no longer a part of the show. That's sort of a red flag. Also, the episode count. I believe it goes from 8 to 6, right? That's a little bit concerning as well. Like, I don't know how you slice that as a positive piece of information. So I had, again, some trepidation, some concern. Well, just yesterday, from 10 to 8, right. So just yesterday, I believe they had a world premiere, a lot of conversation, a lot of first reviews coming out there for House of the Dragon, and that's what I want to talk about now. That's what I want to get into with you guys. This is actually a pretty cool article here done on Rotten Tomatoes, okay? Because it not only gives us a bunch of the reviews, but it organizes them specific to questions that fans might have. I really like the way they aggregated this and figured this out. So here we go. Let's get into it. So, House of the Dragon season 2 first reveals gorgeous and expertly crafted with epic dragon fights. Oh, hell yeah. So let's see what some of the critics are saying. All right, here we go. How does it compare to season 1? Totally fair question. With a lot of stuff we just talked about, I think that's absolutely true. Fair question. There are some concerns because season 1 was so good. Okay, so here we go. William Goodman from The Wrap says, House of the Dragon soars even higher this time. It is utterly compelling and expertly crafted television. That's high praise. Okay. Next up, Therese Laxon from Collider says, not only has House of the Dragon surpassed its freshman season, but based on the first 4 episodes provided for review, it has the potential to overshadow even the more popular flagship series. Guys, holy shit. Like, he's saying, not only is it better than season, like they're like, is it better than season 1? He's like, yeah, fuck yeah, it's better than season 1. Not only is it better than season 1, potentially better than all of Game of Thrones. I mean, hot damn, bro. Okay, here, Dan Jolin from Empire Magazine says, it's a confident and elegant improvement upon the first season. Dude, what? Let's keep going. Aaron Riccio says, all the table setting and time jumping that dominated the better parts of the first season have, perhaps inevitably, set the stage for a much stronger second season for House of the Dragon. Dude, what? Bro, I loved season 1. And yeah, there's some time stuff. There's some time travel, like, or not time travel, but like, you know, time skipping and things of that nature. I didn't mind that at all. In fact, I thought the first season had this super rare thing where it actually works when you go into the future. And I thought it was fantastic. People are saying that actually set it up for an even stronger second season. That's mind-blowing to me. Bellin Edwards here says, if House of the Dragon season 1 was the slow burn of the fuse leading up to the Dance of Dragons, then season 2 is the powder keg finally going off. Damn, bro. Again. I mean, this is, I really, really like how this is being put together because these people are like talking that talk. That's crazy to me. Okay, Elijah Gonzalez here from Paste Magazine says, though the first 4 episodes, or rather through the first 4 episodes of its second season, House of the Dragon mostly feels in line with what came before. Okay, so he's not saying as high praise as some of the other people, but he's not saying it's worse. You know what I mean? Like, he's not saying it's worse. He's saying it's in line with what came before. James Hunt from Screen Rant says, for the most part, I think anyone who liked House of the Dragon Season 1 should be very much on board with Season 2. But there are some, let's say, interesting narrative and character choices which book readers in particular may not agree with. Ooh, okay. First little bit of controversy. I wonder what you guys think of that. I will say that's kind of interesting to me because as far as I understand it, the book that details the Dance of the Dragons is not a narrative tale. The book that details Dance of Dragons is a history. And history can be distorted. And history can be misinterpreted. And so I actually like this. Like, I like hearing this. You know what I mean? Like, interesting narrative choices, I'm down. Yeah, man, that's kind of interesting, huh? Okay, but next big question. What are some things Season 2 does better? Ooh, buckle up, Kendall. I know you're already rip-roaring ready to go, but buckle up, baby. Here we go. William Goodman in the Wrap says, in Season 2, House of the Dragons does a much better job establishing both Rhaenyra and Alicent's children. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, you do kind of have to because they are really the main characters of what is going to be, happening moving forward. And I believe, again, I could be wrong here, I believe it's even possible that some of them outlive their mothers. Like, I could be wrong about that. By the way, let me stop for a second and say, next Friday, and maybe we could potentially do it sooner if you guys want to, but next Friday, I wanted to dedicate the day to researching for House of the Dragon. Like, we watched some lore videos. We watched videos where people talk about things that were different in Season 1 from the books. We, just do a ton of different research into understanding what is in Dance with Dragons and how do people feel about it. And we kind of just get, like, the history and stuff. Because I remember around the time of the first season, we did some of that. Like, we watched some of that. We watched, there's this really, it's a little bit dry, but there's a dude that, like, breaks it all down. He breaks down, like, every single battle and explains, like, what happened, who came out on top, what were the losses, and then how do people react, right? So, yeah, I think that would be cool. Some people are like, no, I don't want to. Well, guess what? You don't have to. Holy shit. Can I not just get excited about House of the Dragon and want to do some research with my chat and my community? Some of you guys would rather have me complain about the Acolyte all day. Holy shit. Oh, and during Season 2 of House of the Dragon, which will be for 8 weeks, every Monday is House of the Dragon Day. So every Sunday night, I'm going to get super excited, dude. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to watch House of the Dragon. Every Monday morning, we're going to go live. I might be in chainmail. I might be throwing swords around. Maybe I'll find a dragon. Every Monday, we're deep diving on every episode. For 8 weeks in a row. Is that okay? Is it okay if I do that? Okay, let's keep going here. This quieter, slower, but just as bloody season allows the show's characters to develop so that their inevitable deaths carry more Wait. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. So he's saying it's a little bit slower, but it allows character to build a little bit more. That's kind of interesting. Intimate moments of hesitation make House of the Dragon Season 2 such a brutal, affecting watch. Ooh, okay. So, I really like this comment here because the episode before the finale, where they have the dinner together, and it actually feels like everything's being brought back together. It actually feels like there's a scenario where they would have had peace. I loved that. I loved that, dude. That's one of the things that the show did really well. Have these sort of quiet moments of tension where you're like screaming at the show. Like, yo, do not do that. Do not do that. You know? And then it happens, and then you watch the inevitable. Oh, I like that. So that's cool. That's cool. Okay. Next big question. Is it bigger than the first season? Lauren here says season 2 is bigger and bloodier. It brings more dragons, battles, murder, scheming, revenge, full frontal nudity, and sex. Woo! Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm going to read that again. Season 2 is bigger and bloodier. It brings more dragons, battles, murder, scheming, revenge, full frontal nudity, and sex. Hell yeah. But then I'm honestly a little confused by this next one. The next person says, especially for a Game of Thrones property, it's surprisingly restrained. Somebody make sense of these two comments back to back. Does Aaron have an overactive bladder? Like, was he missing some? What the fuck? William from the rap says, by going smaller, the House of the Dragon feels bigger and more live, especially when bolstered by what looks like to be significant upgrades in the show's overall production budget. Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, hell yeah. And then Bell and Edwards says, House of the Dragon Season 2 is more interested in the cost of war than the epic scale of it. The fun? The fun? Yeah. So I'm getting some mixed messages here. Okay, so some people say yes, some people say no. I guess it's up for interpretation. I don't know. That's weird. Okay, next big question. Do we need to watch season 1 first? The premiere does a good job of refreshing everyone on the stakes and the players of this particular era of Game of Thrones. Okay, cool. Now this one's important here. Okay, listen up. How is the action? Vicky Jessup says, whereas last season made leaps and bounds over years, season 2 concentrates the action, in initial episodes at least, over weeks, cranking up the powder keg tension ahead of the inevitable explosion. Interesting. Aaron Aricio says, House of the Dragon wisely splashes the screen with vivid, graphic, and often intensely intimate battle sequences, but in a way that consistently, vividly, and often poignantly advances the plot. Okay. The Dance of the Dragons plays out in the air or on battlefields. Wait, what? Including an impressive set pieces that calls to mind some Game of Thrones best battles. Okay, cool. Cool. So he's saying it's pretty big. James Hunt from Screen Rant says, the spectacle is here in terms of dragon action specifically. rivals anything in Game of Thrones. Ooh, I like that. Rivals anything in Game of Thrones with the dragons. Man, dragons are tight. I'll tell you this. Dragons are tight. So I'm about it. Hell yeah. When the action gets rolling, the build-up is worth it. House of the Dragon's unique selling proposition is dragon dogfighting. Oh, fuck yeah. And there's a battle scene that contains the show's best aerial combat yet. It's thrilling and emotionally affecting. Let's fucking go, dude. It has the franchise's finest dragon fight to date. A larger-than-life skirmish that results in a death that once again radically rewrites the fate of the Seven Kingdoms. Woo! Let's go! Dragon fighting is tight! Next big question. Is it as graphic as Game of Thrones fans expect? Game of Thrones won't be stunned to hear that the show continues to indulge in gory decapitations, deviant sexuality, including one X-rated brothel scene, and treachery most foul. Not to mention out-of-left-field deaths that are designed to shock and thrill in equal measure. Oh, that sounds good. The episode A Son for a Son ends with the most horrific act to be committed in the series to date. And the creators have the restraint to keep it off camera, allowing for the sound of the act and its reflection in the eye of an onlooker to sell that horror. Fucking spoilers, Aaron. Okay, not to go full Acolyte on you guys, but I will make one point that you guys can either accept, ignore, or rage out about, okay? There were a lot of female writers on House of the Dragon, Season 1 specifically. And I will say, I felt like the female sensibility on some more of the harsh edges of Game of Thrones was actually handled much better. Like, I kind of walked away from Season 1 thinking, man, some of this stuff is handled better than Game of Thrones. Because I think, you know, some of you guys already know where I'm going with this, but like the gore and the extreme and all the craziness, that's not even my favorite part. It's not my favorite part of Game of Thrones. It's not my favorite part of The Boys. I think it can be a little gratuitous. And like when, you know, in The Boys specifically, like they go for it in ways that to me are super weird. That's not my favorite shit. My favorite shit is like the allegory of corporatism and what that looks like with superheroes. The tension with a person like Homelander. You know, that's like my favorite shit. And I feel similar in Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon. I felt like Season 1 of House of the Dragon handles that stuff better than Game of Thrones. And it seems like a lot of that is carrying over into Season 2. Megan O'Keefe says, House of the Dragon Season 2 pulls no punches when it comes to the horrors of war. And then interesting, Helen says, it's a little underwhelming for a TV show that has been sold at least partly on the promise of mayhem and murder. What the hell? So, yeah, you've got kind of mixed opinions on that. Interesting. Very interesting. Next big question. Does the show still look amazing? It must be said that House of the Dragon still looks gorgeous. Hell yeah. Vicky says the CGI dragons still look epic. Wait a minute. Those are CGI? I thought they said they were filming with the real dragons. The fuck? The spectacle of House of the Dragon Season 2 is no joke. It's sort of pedestrian to say that the best thing about these shows is the dragons, But it's also hard to deny that one of the best things about the shows is the dragons. I would have just said, dragons are tight. Okay, here we go. Next big question. How are the performances? The acting is transportive. Emma D'Arcy as Renaria gives a phenomenally nuanced performance that finds wonderful balance between emotion and restraint, and absolutely deserves to be in awards contention when the time comes. Oh, shit. She's actually always been really great in the show, for sure. Cook, in particular, is great as Allison. Oh, shit, we got different competing. Team Green, Team Black is great as Allison, wide-eyed and possessed of a kind of hunted prey stare that gets even more pronounced as the series progresses. By the way, chat, are you guys Team Green or Team Black? Are you guys Team Green or Team Black? So I'll tell you like this. I'm definitely Team Black, but have you seen Olivia Cook in some of the outfits that I mean, dude, she's trying real hard to get me to swap. Like, do you see that dress? Like, I'm Team Black, but holy shit, is she trying? Yeah, we ain't no Sims, though. Yeah, man, you're right. Team Black. Okay, let's keep going. Okay. How are the performances? Okay, so people are saying, I wanna touch on this one, and then we'll just kind of chat about it. Does it have any problems? Okay, so this is potential negatives for the show. The one weak point is that Lord Corals, whose arc takes a slight backseat in favor of fleshing out the children before heating back up just before the stretch of provided screeners ran out. Okay, interesting. Although there's a lot of dramatic death and murder, none of it has as much emotional impact as it did on Game of Thrones, and some big moments feel unearned. Okay, interesting. Although House of the Dragon's production value, performances, score, and just about every other aesthetic element are impressive, it's hard to deny there's a certain big word compared to the first few seasons of its parent series. Vacuousness? Vacuousness? Hey, Elijah, put the fucking thesaurus down and talk to us normal folk, man. What the fuck are you saying, bro? Vacuousness? All right. So it kind of seems like, in general, a lot of people are really excited about the show. Seems like it's gonna be a banger. Seems like it's gonna be a banger, dude. I'm excited. Yo, Llama, hit me up on Twitter, man. We can talk about it. We'll talk about it privately. Hit me up on Twitter. I mean, she can ride the dragon. Whoa! 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 My God. Literally no one is Team Green. It does seem like there's a lot of Team Black. I mean, why are you guys Team Black? Is it because of Damien? Why? Damon, not Damien. See, that's why we got to do the Aegon and Damon. Yeah. Green Sly, bro, stealing the throne. Aw, shit. And because Green doesn't have a rightful claim, they cheated. Dude, I'm really excited. So it's not this Sunday, but it's next Sunday, right? Whoo! Hot D! Hot D, baby! I'm excited. It's going to be cool. The king said so. Allison got a big-ass forehead. Wait, what? God damn. I love both lead actresses. They make me care so much. Yeah, they're pretty good. Space Trek Cereal says, today is my B-Day. Happy to spend it here with the boys. Hey, happy birthday. Can we get some happy birthday love in the chat for Space Tricks Cereal TM? Yeah, let's go to the polls. Let's see. I am curious. I am curious, dude. Boom! Let's go to the polls. Boom, boom. Let's go to the polls. We being good this summer? Hell yeah, dude. And when does The Boys drop? Is it next week as well? My video was yesterday. Can I get some of that loving too? Hashtag Noah Acolyte. LOL JK. Hey, happy birthday, David. Much love to you, brother. Matt Spiro says, stoked for Hot D Season 2. What's your plan for The Boys? Are you covering it? Yeah, we're going to cover it. It drops, what? 6 days? And, is it just one episode at a time? Oh, man, that's crazy. 3? They're dropping 3 episodes at a time? What? Damn, dude, look at this. 88% of people. Team Black. That's crazy. That is wild. 3 episodes dropping on release? Is that true? Just the first week. Damn. Okay, now, what is that, like Wednesday night? Or is it Thursday night at a reasonable time? Source check? That's the question of the century. Thursday at 9? Bro, so wait a minute. Are they about to drop like 3 hours of content on Thursday? Damn. That's kind of wild. Three is wild. It's like Fallout. I thought Fallout did everything at once, didn't it? Henry Cavill do new Highlander? Yeah, I heard about that. I think that came out a couple months ago, to be honest with you. Damn. That's a lot, dude. Don't hide from the watch parties, Josh. Well, like I said, I don't really think I'm a good watch party kind of a guy, but I've been thinking about doing like frame by frames or like EFABs of the episodes. The only problem is like I don't know. I guess you can do them on YouTube, but the problem with The Boys and the problem with House of the Dragon is there's going to be content that we can't have on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like gore and nudity, sex, stuff like that. So like we could do it, but we'd have to do it on like Twitch or just Twitter or something. Yeah. I don't know. I might just kind of like break it down, talk about it, you know? Or maybe I could blur certain parts of it and then go over it like that. Because like if you think back to the first season of House of the Dragon, that is actually how we did it. That's how we enjoyed it. We had we would kind of break it down scene by scene. There would be parts that I would skip and stuff too, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure that's what we did, and it was super fun, dude. We've done that for some Marvel shows too. Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll experiment and do something like that. But I would love to try to cover all these shows, break them down, talk about it. Can't you just screenshot when you take your notes? I could do that. For a while, Disney Plus would not let you do that. I think I can technically do that now on Google Chrome. Which actually, this is kind of interesting thing. Disney put a thing into Disney Plus where like if you try to screenshot it, the screen goes black. And they made it very difficult to figure that out. So I've got with the HDR settings you can. What's that mean? What you mean? So if I go in right now, let me think. If I go into Disney Plus right now. Although this isn't Disney Plus, this would be Prime, right? But let me, just as an experiment, I want to check this out. In Google Chrome, turn off your HDR settings. Ooh, okay, interesting. Okay, so let me just try to... Okay, yeah, I can screenshot on that. Yeah, maybe that's the way to do it. Ugh. Maybe that's the way to do it. So yeah, we'll think about that. I would love to. I'm gonna cover these shows either way. Either way, it's either we'll just do little chats about them, or maybe we'll do them frame by frame. We'll see. We'll see what's up. Okay. Should we talk a little bit about the Marvel news, dude? There's actually crazy Marvel news, dude. Here, let's talk a little bit about the Marvel news. And then I might get on out of here, man. We could chat for a little bit, just kind of hang out, see what you guys want to talk about. But yeah, there's some cool stuff out there. Okay. So, first of all, I was wondering, and I wonder if you guys have any clarity to this. We had a big article come out in the Hollywood Trades talking about Sean Levy, talking about Avengers 5 being like 60 characters. I'm pretty sure that people have come forward to say that that's actually the full Avengers movie. It's not just Avengers 5, but it's like Secret Wars and Avengers 5. So I'm kind of confused about that. I wonder if you guys have any clarity on that. So that's kind of one thing that was out there. I did a video about it. I like the idea of doing a ton of characters in an ensemble cast. I'm pretty sure that the report was talking about Avengers 5, but I'm a little confused because there's like some people out there saying that Avengers 5 is going to be grounded with multiversal elements. Grounded with multiversal elements. And I'll pull up. Yeah, so according to Jeff Snyder, okay, well, this is a little bit different, but we can go over all this. It's fine. According to Jeff Snyder, Jordan Peele met with Marvel about X-Men. Nothing has come of it from now. Levy was offered Avengers a while ago, but passed. The film's delay has given him an opening, and Marvel has offered him the job again. Snyder also states 65 characters will appear in the next movie. But that's Avengers 5, right? So the way some people were trying to tell me that means it's not, that he meant the next movie, right? Like Secret Wars. But no, he's still talking about Avengers 5 here. Yeah, so let's get into that. Now, look, Jordan Peele meeting with them for X-Men, sure. You know, I think that's probably an interesting conversation. I'm actually not sad that he's not doing it. I won't be angry if he ends up doing it because just like the Sean Levy thing, right? It seems like, okay, they offered him the thing. He had stuff going on with Netflix. He had stuff going on with Stranger Things and whatnot. But now the movie's been delayed. They still want to roll cameras next year, but it's been delayed. Now he has the opportunity. And so they've actually sent it, the script to him, and they're offering it to him again. Okay? And this would be this big 65 character movie, which, by the way, I know this would seem crazy, but can we think of the 65 characters? Do you guys want to try to figure out what all 65 of these characters could be together? Or is that like way too much? Oh my God, why is my computer acting so strange? Let me get some of this out of here. Would that be too crazy? All right, hang on now. Delete. 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 And delete. Like, I'm going to do it, and I'll probably, like, put it all into a video. But I was like, oh, man, maybe we could try to think of it together, and that'd be kind of fun. And, in fact, I was going to make the thumbnail for this stream. Like, can we figure out all 65 of them? Yeah. Should we try? Can I do it on pen and paper? I don't want to type it all out. I don't want to type it all out. We could try to, like, figure it out. Okay. Now. What a boomer. Yeah, I guess. Somebody said 42 ants and a few Kangs. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let's start with Ant-Man. Do you think Hope is going to be in it? because Evangeline Lilly said she's taking a break from acting. You think she's still going to be in it or no? You could use a tier list site. Yeah, I thought about that, but it's just going to be arduous. It's going to be silly. Do a tier list? No! Okay, maybe I could do a Google Sheet if we really had to. I like pen and paper. I like the tactile nature. But I guess if you freaking guys want to do it like this, we could do it like this. And also, look at how stupid and bright this screen is. This is so annoying. Can I turn this into dark mode or something? Hey, let's ask Gemini. Can I put this page into dark mode? Oh, this is the future AI? Oh, you guys can't even see this. That's interesting. Unfortunately, Google Sheets does not have a built-in dark mode. The fuck? Several extensions can force dark mode on websites, including... The fuck? Dark Reader. Why do I feel like I'm about to... Dude, you gotta pay for this shit? What the fuck happened to the Google Sheet I just had? I don't want to look at some bright-ass, stupid Google Sheet. Jesus Christ. God. Like, I don't want to look at this, dude. This is disgusting to me. This makes me disgusted. Click the upper left box to select, then change the background dropper color. Wait, what? Upper left box. Click the upper left box to select all. Huh? This upper left box here, Sheets Home. Adam, fix it! Upper left box. This one? Click here. This one? Then click the paint bucket. Where's that? I don't see the paint bucket. Paint bucket? Like up here? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's type in here. Ant-Man. Adam, I can't see it now. Adam, I got it figured out. I got it figured out. On my own. So thanks for nothing. Okay. So, can we figure out all 65 characters? Ant-Man. Wait, what? Why isn't it? Why is the... What? I have to change this every time? I figured it out, Adam, on my own. Okay, I think Cassie Lang, why? Oh, God, why? Hey, I figured it out. Okay, I have Ant-Man, Cassie Lang, Wasp, Hank Pym. I still think we got... Why? Why does it switch back to black every single time? Bro, why? Select whole sheet? What does that mean? Control all? Select all? That. Select all again and change the font color? What does that mean, select all? Oh, like up here? Yeah, see? Told you guys. Hank Pym. Janet. I told you guys we'd figure it out. Everybody relax. Okay, Ant-Man, Cassie Lang, Wasp, Hank, and Janet. Anybody else from those movies that you think we'll see? Janet said she's done with the acting. I know that. Ghost? Yeah, I guess it could be Ghost, yeah. Goliath? MODOK? I fucking hope not. Okay, let's just see. Let's see. Let's go Ghost. Let's go with Goliath. Anybody else? MODOK, the greatest Avenger. Man, fuck MODOK, bruh. Special troubleshooting moments with Josh, LOL. Hell yeah. Dude, Luis, I would love for Luis to be in it. Fuck it, man. Let's put Luis on there. Okay. So let's just say that's the group from Ant-Man movies. Okay. Now let's go into the Guardians of the Galaxy. Do you think we're going to see Star-Lord? I think we'll probably see Star-Lord. I don't think we'll see Gamora. Yeah, it literally says Star-Lord will return at the end of that third movie, right? And we think we'll see Rocket, right? We think we'll see Groot, and I like the big Groot. We'll see Kraglin. Or is his name with a K? I'm not sure. Adam Warlock. Who else? Yeah, Star-Lord is on Earth, literally. Cosmo. Taserface? Maybe. Nebula, for sure. Who else? You think we're going to see Sylvester Stallone? I'm not sure. Maybe. Maybe. We got Rocket. Nova? James Gunn's wife? Oh, 100%. Yeah. She's the new villain. The Asian girl with the silver hair. Oh yeah, Phyla-Vell, right? Somebody spell Phyla-Vell for me. Something like that. Oh, I forgot the P. What the hell? Yeah, she's cool, actually. I like her. Mantis? Didn't Mantis go somewhere else? Or is she with them at the end of the movie? I kind of forget. Yeah, she leaves, right? Yeah, I don't think we're going to see her. Anybody else from these movies? What about Drax? Does Drax leave as well, or is he with them at the end? I think Drax is done. Kevin Bacon? Probably, yeah. Oh, yeah, move the camera. That's a good call, actually. Okay. Yeah, I think Drax is done. Howard the Duck. Wait, what the fuck? Why did it just erase Phyla-Vell? And why is this white now? What the hell? The fuck? Jeez. Undo? You undo. Is it Yon? No, Yondu's gone. Is this what it's like being old? Let me think about that for a second. Yes. Anybody else? John C. Reilly's character from the Nova Corps? Isn't the Collector dead? Or no? Yeah, he gone. Assume dead. Pardon me, I'm such a pig. Padme? Yeah, maybe. Okay, I think that's everybody from the Guardians that we'll probably see. Star-Lord, who will be on Earth, Rocket, Groot, Kraglin, Adam Warlock, Cosmo, and Nebula and Phyla-Vell. Those are the main people, yeah? The Grandmaster, is he still around? I'll throw him in. I think we'll probably see him. Gamora. No, I don't think you're going to see Gamora. I don't think Gamora is going to be in the movie. She doesn't want to play Gamora anymore. And I don't think they want to recast until after the soft reboot. No, this is Avengers 5. This isn't Secret Wars yet, Kendall. We're not talking about Secret Wars. Okay, I think that is probably the list of the Guardians. Okay, let's talk Doctor Strange. I think we'll see Doctor Strange. I think we'll see Clea. I think we'll see Dormammu. I think we'll see Wong. I think we'll see America. No Doctor Strange in Avengers 5. Kendall! They literally just said in the Hollywood Trade article that he's going to be in Avengers 5. Did you not watch the video I did yesterday? The article specifically mentions Benedict Cumberbatch. He's in Avengers 5. 3.5 weeks before that, other scoopers were reporting that now Doctor Strange is going to be in Avengers 5. And I remember at the time, I was like, this is a big change. I put it out on the Twitters. I put it out on the thing. I mean, come on, man. Okay, who else from... Oh, Wanda. Good point. Good point. Yeah, Wanda. Yeah. We're about a third of the way there, guys. We're a third of the way there. We can figure this out. Anybody else from Doctor Strange? The Ancient One. Huh. I don't think so. Wong's girl, Mordo. Yeah, he's not dead, is he? In the original version of Multiverse of Madness, Mordo was going to get his head cut off at the beginning of the movie. Ooh, Christine Palmer, for sure. For sure. Let's go Mordo. Interesting. Okay. You think we're going to see the Eternals? I thought maybe we would. But yesterday there was something that Alex said about like after the the soft reboot, that's when you would get like Eternals too. So I kind of think Eternals might be sidelined from specifically Avengers 5. Maybe they'll be brought in, you know, for other things, but like Secret Wars or Eternity Wars. But yeah. Does that mean no Harry Styles Star Fox? I believe yes, no Harry Styles. Wong? Oh, how could I not write Wong on here? Of course. Oh, I already did. I actually don't think we're going to see Eternals, but maybe we'll see Black Knight. Maybe. You think we'll see Blade? I think so. Oh, I'm going to sneeze again. Oh, my God. Okay, Blade, yes. Moon Knight. Let's go. She-Hulk. Hulk. Scar. Yeah, Cap. We'll go Sam, Cap. Daredevil. What do you think? Wait, what? What the hell? Daredevil, Spider-Man. Josh, scroll down. Oh, sorry. Any of the Defenders? I could see maybe Punisher. Iron Fist and Luke Cage? I don't know about that, guys. I don't really think they're going to be developed in time. Hawkeye, for sure. Kate Bishop. Miss Marvel. Captain Marvel. Agatha, I doubt it. I doubt it. Steve Rogers, I don't think so. Although it is possible they pop up at the end. I don't think so. Oh, yeah, let's do the Thunderbolts, right? So, Pew Pew. But I think some people are going to die in Thunderbolts. That's the issue. So, I think Bucky could be in. Sentry, maybe. Oh, Shuri, Black Panther for sure. Who is Pew Pew? Yelena. Taskmaster, maybe. Tommy and Billy, yeah. Unless they are doing like the Young Avengers thing and they want them to just be a part of the Young Avengers, but we could see. Billy, Vision, probably, huh? Tommy, Vision. Who else? Red Guardian, I think he's going to get ripped in half. War Machine for sure. War Machine. Maybe Ironheart. Shang-Chi for sure. She-Hulk and Hulk, we got them already, don't we? Yeah, we already got them. Nick Fury. Namor. Scar, I already got him. Gaia? No! They better get... Ooh, Red Hulk? Dude, yes. Loki is also going to be in it, yeah. He was mentioned directly in the article yesterday. It's pretty cool. Who else? Any X-Men? I believe that'll be after, except for the fact that they did say Deadpool and Wolverine might be in Avengers 5. Thor. Love, which I think is the girl, right? Valkyrie? I don't think so. Fantastic Four? I don't think so. I think they're in the next one. Miles? No, I don't think so. The Marvels? Yeah, we already have them on here. What about Gina Carano? Absolutely. Hella. Well, let's stick with heroes. But yeah, I think actually we might have to go to some villains for sure. Sylvie. I think she's in it too, yeah. I'm not 100% sure, though. Let's put her on there, though. Ant-Man Squad? Yep. T'Child? I don't think so. M'Baku? Yeah, let's put M'Baku. I think M'Baku is actually probably a good pick. Falcon? Got him on there. Or are you talking about the new Falcon? Joe Rogan? Dude, yeah, for sure. He's actually the King Thanos. Swamp Thing. Ironheart, got that one. New Falcon. All right, let's go New Falcon. Man Thing. And Werewolf by Night. Star-Lord, already got him. Kingpin. Okay. Already got Moon Knight. Elsa Bloodstone? I don't know. I mean, maybe. I kind of doubt it, though. Are we missing any of the big characters they tried to build up in Phase 4? Got Blade on here already, yeah. Echo. I kind of doubt it. Got She-Hulk. Deadpool, got it. Shang-Chi, got it. And Agatha. No! Sharon Carter? I doubt it. Monica Rambeau? Maybe, especially because it has multiversal elements, right? So, how about this? Let's do this. Beast. Binary. Prof X. I wonder who, and then that would be maybe Deadpool and Wolverine as well. Wonder Man? I doubt it, but maybe, I guess. Now let's talk some villains. Ultron. Thanos. Hela. Who else? Who else could be returning? Zemo, I like that. Green Goblin, sure. Killmonger? No, he's dead. Red Skull, I mean, I'm just going to say he's dead too. Although it could be a different version or something. Jessica Jones? Maybe. Kang? For sure. Seems that way anyway. Wait, you think Willem Dafoe could come back? Yeah, I do. I'm not really sure. So we've got here about 73 characters that could be in the movie. Doctor Doom? No, I doubt it. Only because... So let me kind of just say now what I think's going on, right? So I think Avengers 5 is going to... Because, like, dude, it's really weird how a lot of the scoopers keep addressing it, okay? Like, Okay, so check this out. We can go over this whole thing if you guys want to. This is a list from a Discord Q&A that Alex Perez and the Cosmic Circus put together. And one of the things he says here that's weird to me, and this was mirrored by, like, I think Daniel said this too. It says, what I can say is that I'm hearing that Avengers 5 will be a multiversal film with a particularly grounded story involving multiversal elements. The fuck does that mean, dude? Like, what does that even mean? It's multiversal film with particularly grounded story involving multiversal elements. You know what I'd like to ask Alex, honestly? Do you know what this means? Or is this just something somebody told you? Like, did somebody tell you multiversal film with particularly grounded story elements involving multiversal elements? Like, did somebody just say those words to you? Or do you know something and that's the way you're choosing to say it? Because I think it's the first one. I don't think, like, what would you what does that mean, dude? So what I think it's going to be is it's multiversal only because it is showing different parts of the multiverse as the multiverse collapses. So, like, in Infinity War, we're, like, out in space. The Asgardians are leaving Asgard. Thanos rolls up, slaughters half of them. And then Hulk barely escapes due to some magic from Heimdall. Hulk barely escapes, goes to Earth, warns them of Thanos coming. So we kind of see Thanos moving through the galaxy. We also have Thanos going to nowhere. You know, it's like we see Thanos in different parts, and we're sort of reacting to how the different players in the galaxy are coming into confrontation with this sort of force of nature that's moving the plot, and that would be Thanos. So I think what you might see is, like, juiced up versions of villains coming into different multiverses or different parts of our universe as the multiverse is collapsing, okay? So, like, let's just break it down from a couple of different perspectives. Maybe the Guardians of the Galaxy stumble across some Celestials that have been slaughtered. Okay? And the Guardians are like, wait a minute, what's killing the Celestials? That's fucking crazy. This is not good. What the hell? Right? And then they're like, we got to get to Earth. We got to talk to Peter about this. You know? Maybe you're in the Fox X-Men universe with Deadpool, Wolverine, maybe Monica Rambeau, Professor X, Beast. They're investigating the rings, the bracelets. And then a multiversal villain pops up and is like, I'm here to stop you and to take those rings back. And then you've got all of them that's like doing that, right? You think about Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is seemingly with Clea trying to stop another incursion. So it's possible that Clea and Doctor Strange and maybe the Black Priests are in another reality trying to stop an incursion, and then some other big force comes in. You know, whether it's the Annihilation Wave or it's an Ultron or it's something. It comes in and it's going to stop them. Right? You've got the Earthbound heroes of 616, and I think something's going to come to Earth to try to stop them. Right? So I see the movie like that. That's just kind of like, from everything that everybody's saying, the way I'm making sense of it is it's a grounded story. Like, I think what they're saying when they say grounded story is like, it's going to just be people on the ground dealing with something massive and multiversal. And so it's going to show like individuals in a grounded way trying to fight against this thing that's happening, right? And then you've got like Loki and the TVA and them potentially dealing with things as it starts to fall apart. And I basically just see the movie taking place as like everybody's failing all over the place. And there'll be like this shifting in the movie where it goes from trying to prevent it to trying to save what they can. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that could actually work, and I actually think that's way fucking cooler than the 616 Avengers fighting against the Council of Kangs on Earth for some stupid reason. Like, it doesn't even make sense. You know? Jaren says, so kind of like Infinity War, but for the multiverse. Dude, that is exactly it. That is exactly what I think is going on. 100%. And then basically you have a lot of those characters either die or, you know, just disappear. We would start Secret Wars on Battle World, where maybe some of them pop up and they're in like a Battle World version. Yeah, it's like time runs out. Yeah. Yeah, man. Seems kind of lit. That makes the stakes tougher because not everyone is working together. Yes. But I think what you might have, and I think this is where maybe Loki and Avenger Prime comes in, is you'll have a lot of these little fights going on, and then I think you'll have, maybe not all in this movie. Like, this is one of the questions that I have. I'm not really sure. But maybe as this is going down and people are losing, the multiversal Avengers show up, and it's basically like Loki, maybe Loki with RDJ, and maybe with Deadpool and Wolverine. And like in the background of all of that, Loki is secretly putting together the multiversal group of Avengers. You know, like, because that could also be something that's happening too. So, yeah, I don't know. Like I was saying before, like, that is actually kind of cool to me. You know, like, I actually think that is a very cool way to take the direction of the film. I just started reading Avengers Forever. Doom in there is a demon. Oh, yes. And I think they're going to do something like that for sure. Can't Loki be at multiple places at once? Maybe. Maybe. Hey, Josh, what about the what if characters? Do you think any of them show up, or would that have to be for Secret Wars and Battle World? I think it would be Battle World. I thought Loki went into the tree season 2 to fix all of this. No, I mean, if you watch the ending of Loki, Loki goes into the tree and holds the multiverse together for one reason. One reason. Just to give them a little bit more time. Like, that's all that it is. The multiverse is still collapsing. He just goes there to give them a little bit of a chance. There's like some lines that Sylvie says at the end where she's like, he's giving us a chance or something like that. How about lower level heroes? What can Daredevil, Punisher do in Avengers 5? Well, I think it's going to be something like this. Maybe King Thanos with a crazy army, or maybe it's like a version of Ultron with a ton of Ultron bots, right? That they're going to attack Earth. And the whole thing, I believe, the whole thing is they're attacking Earth kind of as a distraction. Like, they don't want the Earthbound Avengers to see what's going on in the multiverse at large and be able to all come together and stop it. So, I think characters like Punisher, Daredevil, it's not like they would be on the front lines of, like as an example, it's not like Frank Castle is going to, ring the doorbell at Avengers Mansion and be like, hey, yeah, I noticed that the multiverse is collapsing. What should I do? You know what I mean? I think instead, Earth will be attacked in a way that Punisher will be out there just defending people in New York City. And like maybe Punisher and Daredevil and Spider-Man are just trying to help people on the ground and save people in New York. And there's obviously larger things at play. But maybe we just get like one scene of all of those guys just working together trying to help people. Yeah. That's kind of what I think's going on. So. Okay, but let's read over this Discord Q&A thing. We're here with Alex Perez. I'm going to be putting some of this together in like cohesive videos, edited videos that are going to explain this a little bit better. So look out for some of those on the main channel. But for now, like we can just kind of kick it and talk about it together, right? So I find this to be pretty interesting. Let's go over this, okay? Discord Marvel Studios Q&A with Alex Perez, June 2024, Part 1. Now, here's the thing. I think Alex has sources, and I think Alex does hear things through the grapevine. Alex has been wrong about stuff before. Alex obviously has his own biases, so I think we got to take everything with like a grain of salt. But I think this is valuable information. This is essentially just a person that is connected in some way, shape, or form, and some stuff that they have heard. So it's kind of fun to take that kind of stuff, combine it with what other people are saying, we mix it together, and then we speculate. That's the fun, right? Okay, so it says, one thing I even heard through the grapevine was the idea of having more than one central antagonist. So yes, I think the films Avengers Secret Wars will be split. Okay, let's stop and talk about that for a second. One big thing that everybody's trying to figure out is Avengers 5 Secret Wars Part 1 or is Avengers 5 Secret Wars Part .5 or like the prelude? Could it be the case that Secret Wars is now going to be Part 1 and 2, but Avengers 5 is kind of like a combo of Secret Wars Part 1 and the prelude to Secret Wars? I'm starting to get the feeling that Avengers 5 is kind of like a .5 And then Secret Wars will be split into 2 parts. And according to Geeky Cast, and I'm not sure if this is actually true, but according to the Geeky Cast, Marvel also got the trademark for Eternity Wars back. So if Eternity Wars is still on the menu, then it might go like this. It might go Avengers 5, time runs out. Avengers 6, Secret Wars. Avengers 7, Eternity Wars. Right? So that's kind of interesting. And then him saying having more than one central antagonist. I mean, if that's not Doctor Doom, and doesn't that feel similar to the thing that Jeff Snyder said years ago? Or maybe just a year ago at this point. But I remember Snyder saying that one of his best sources told him that Doctor Doom was the villain of Secret Wars. Not a villain, the villain. Okay? So maybe like Beyond or Kang collapses the multiverse. He sets up Battleworld. But then at the end of the Secret Wars movie, Doctor Doom takes all the power. And then Doom is the villain of Eternity War. You know, something like that could be cool. Maybe it's King Thanos. Like they could do the same thing with King Thanos. Yeah, all kinds of stuff they could do that. It's kind of interesting. Okay, yeah. What can I say is I'm hearing Avengers 5 will be a multiversal film with particularly grounded story involving multiversal elements. Again, I don't know what that means. I have heard through the grapevine that elements from Avengers Assemble / Avengers Forever might be interesting to look into. However, if people really want to look ahead beyond Secret Wars and beyond the soft reboot, they should look to the stars, specifically Eternals Volume 3. So that comment there is the thing that makes me think you're not going to get the Eternals very involved in Secret Wars. That feels like something past the soft reboot and beyond Secret Wars specifically. Right? So that's kind of interesting. Very interesting. Now, as far as the elements of Avengers Forever, he went on to talk about in the article how, like, there's the Council of Mephistos, the Red Council. There's the Multiversal Masters of Evil. I have heard some mention of that being adapted as well. And, you know, I think, look, a lot of you guys already know this, but, like, dude, I've been saying this for years. I love what they did with Avengers Forever, Avengers Prime. Like, there's some really cool stuff they could be doing there. Multiple variants of Tony Stark. Like, to be honest with you, I wouldn't hate it if they did a variant of Tony Stark that was Ant-Man. That's one of the things they did in Avengers Forever, the new one, was one of the main Tony Starks was actually Ant-Man. And he's also still an alcoholic. At least I remember that he was. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of crazy. But I think this is where, guys, and hey, whoa. Pay attention. Pay attention to what I'm saying here. Is anybody listening? Are you guys listening? Kaz says, RDJ ain't Ant-Man, buddy. What if he's both, okay? Listen to what I'm saying here. This is probably where you get the rumors of Mahershala Ali Blade and Wesley Snipes Blade. This is probably where you're going to get a lot of... right now we're like, oh, we're going to get RDJ as Iron Man. What if we get a lot of RDJs? A lot of Iron Mans? I think when it comes to Captain America, you'll have Steve Rogers. You'll have Haley Atwell. You'll have Sam Wilson. And many others. Like, that was one of the things they did in Avengers Forever that was super cool. Like, multiple versions of the character from throughout the multiverse. When they had a big battle, it would be like they had a ton of Carol Danvers and other, Captain Marvels and stuff like that. But yeah, I think this could be something they're really looking at. You get, like, imagine you get Ben Affleck as Daredevil alongside Charlie Cox as Daredevil, alongside a bunch of other Daredevils. You know what I mean? So I think that could actually be kind of cool. But there's a lot of speculation there. I'll probably do a big video on that because I'm actually kind of excited about that. Okay, next up he says, Loki and Sylvie are certainly going to play a role in the upcoming Avengers films. That's an idea that's definitely going to come to fruition. As for how big their roles might be, it wouldn't be wise for me to say how big their roles are, since things always vary in pre-production, production, and then post-production. Yeah, that's fair. I think he's just saying, like, yeah, that's been a long-established thread. There were, actually, the Hollywood trades broke after Loki season 1 that Loki and Sylvie were going to be in Multiverse of Madness. Do you guys remember? Do you remember? And obviously they took that out. But it was going to be in there, right? Kind of interesting. Okay. Marvel Studios is setting up a World War Hulk project, albeit not in the way that people would expect. Hang on, I'm gonna sneeze again. Hang on. Okay. Albeit not in the way that people would expect. The idea is for Bruce Banner, who teased the dangers of Hulk's blood back in She-Hulk, to finally see his worst nightmare come to life. The United States government and governments of the world creating their own Hulks. This might be the breaking point for Banner and could potentially see the return of the Savage Hulk people have been wanting to see for so long. And as he goes toe-to-toe with President Ross's Red Hulk, which I'm being told will happen sooner rather than later. Okay, so a lot of people thought this maybe meant Brave New World. Apparently, My Time to Shine. Who, like, flip a coin. Like that. This is basically how I feel about Shine. No offense, Shine. Heads, you're right. Tails, you're wrong. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's heads, so she's right. So she says not in Captain America Brave New World. So if it's not Captain America Brave New World, what other movie could it be? It's probably not going to be Thunderbolts. It's probably not going to be, like, what could it be? It's not Blade. Sooner rather than later. I don't know. I don't know what that means. A Hulk TV series? I don't know. That one's kind of interesting, though. I mean, look, these scoopers have been teasing World War Hulk for so long. I would love to see it happen. I'm not sure. I just don't see how it fits in with what they're talking about. Could be, a movie they kind of squeeze in there. I'm not really sure. But, I mean, obviously this story will come to a head in Brave New World. So, yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Carol Danvers' role in the multiverse saga moving forward has not been diminished. I feel like that's cap. Nor will it be toned down due to the Marvels underperforming. Cap. Carol's role in the saga is going to be very personal, as she is currently dedicating all of her time to investigating the nature of the quantum bangles, where they actually come from, and using their power to find a way back to Monica Rambeau. Sure. I just think that story will mostly be told from Monica's perspective. I guess I could be wrong. There's like a lot of stuff. We're in this really weird transitional period with Marvel and with the Marvel rumors and stuff like that, right? Because could that be true? Sure. You know, Daniel is claiming they're still going to make Young Avengers. You know, I just don't see it. You know what I mean? Like, I personally just don't see it. I think they will be shifting away from some stuff. But then again, they're doing Agatha. They're doing Ironheart. They're doing Vision Quest. They're doing Wonder Man. So they're still doing other stuff. But a lot of what I've been told and a lot of the stuff that I've been hearing is like they really are trying to lean on the strong franchises and not double down on stuff that doesn't work. So I think some of this is maybe old rumors, old, reports. I also think it's kind of important to remember that Brad Winderbaum said they're going to be putting a lot of stuff into development that they don't end up making. So, like, could it technically be true that they're developing Young Avengers? Yes. Could they also just decide to not put it into production? Yes. You know what I mean? But I guess we'll find out. What I've heard about the Muse is that his character will fan the flames of chaos in the show. He'll be very sinister and deranged and will actually be an antagonist, not only for Daredevil, but also Kingpin. Which will be an interesting dynamic to see play out. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that'll be really cool to see. So yeah. And then the last thing he says here is, what I've heard about Stephen Strange's story leading into Secret Wars requires a minimum of a third Doctor Strange movie for it to be explored properly. Or at the very least, 3 Avengers films. Anything less, and I'm afraid that both Stephen and Clea's characters might fall short of fans' expectations. Yeah. So, one of the things kind of interesting about that, man, is like, we continue to hear that the plans that they have are very ambitious. They're really big, bold, and a lot of people are sort of thinking that that is probably why Avengers is now going to be 2 parts, maybe 3 parts. Right? And that makes sense to me. And you're also talking about like big movies. Like, I think all of these Avengers movies will be around 3 hours. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. But I think you're talking about 3-hour movies. Right? So if you have Doc Strange 3, maybe it's like a 2-hour movie, 2.5-hour movie that kind of dives into that. And then you've got maybe Shang-Chi 2 also kind of dives into that. Then you've got Avengers 5, which is like Time Runs Out, which takes Strange's thread and moves it into this one. Then you've got Secret Wars. Then you've got Secret Wars Part 2. That's a big chunk of time to be able to tell a lot of those stories and wind it all together. And man, I'll tell you, Marvel has a monumental task ahead of them. You know, they've been kind of putzing around and not really executing on a lot of stuff in like Phase 4 and Phase 5. They have to turn around and do stuff that's even more ambitious than they ever did before, with more characters they've ever had, And they have to make it make sense. So, I mean, I'm excited, right? There's a lot of ways it could go wrong, for sure. And I think there probably will be some characters that feel like they're a bit shortchanged. But overall, I have a lot of faith that we're going to have a fulfilling story here. Caitlin Jackson says, they better reveal their plan at SDCC. I think they will. I think either at SDCC, maybe at... Wait, what? Wong? Wong is in Brave New World? Bro, what the hell are they doing? That's going to be a crazy movie. Wow. And who the F is playing Kang? Yeah, that's a good question. That is wild. Why would Wong be in it? Because he's trying to do the Avengers? Interesting. I mean, Wong is with Shang-Chi, Captain Marvel, and Hulk at the end of the Shang-Chi movie. Huh. Wild. Jonathan Majors is playing King still? I highly doubt that. It's technically not outside of the realm of possibility. But I doubt it, bro. I really do. I doubt it. All right, let me catch up on some chats. And then we'll hang out a little bit and we'll call it a day, man. Call it a day. Okay. The Exodus says, did you cover the Giancarlo Bushman rumors? No, because I think those got debunked. I don't think he's Bushman. I don't really think he's playing anybody of that great of import. But then again, there is supposedly a series afterwards. So I don't really know. I don't really know. Nicholas Kahn Gaming says, hey Josh, been watching for a while and became a member last month. Appreciate you. I can't always make it live, but I enjoy your takes. Can I be knighted, please? Hey, Nicholas Kahn Gaming. Welcome to the NerdVengers. You are a NerdVenger now. Ari Alexander says, what's going on with Cap 4? What are they reshooting again? Yeah, they're reshooting right now. It seems they're adding a bunch of Avengers to the movie, including, I think, Hulk and Wong. So I think they're kind of making it a little bit more Avengers. They're ramping up the action sequences. Maybe they're adding Hulk versus Red Hulk, although Shine says no. So, yeah, I don't know. Leon says, special troubleshooting moments with Josh. Yes, true. Never lose your nerd. Says, Talking Thrones has a great videos, but he is very dry. Yeah, for sure, for sure. But no, great content, man. Great content over there, for sure. Prune17 says, like, not stopping what you hate, but saving what you love. Infinity style, like, question. Dude, that sounds awesome. Thanks, Rossi. Hell yeah. Sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty cool to me. Okay. David says, Josh, did you see the Acolyte has the best opening views on Disney Plus of the year? Thoughts? Yeah. Yeah, I talked about it earlier. I mean, I have a couple of questions about that. Number one, like, how many of those people are just hate watching? That's like one of my first questions. Number two, does that matter? Number three, like, what's it going to look like when it's done? Is it going to be charting? Is it going to be considered successful? I mean, I would honestly find it to be kind of funny if the show was like the most hated Star Wars thing ever, and yet it does like crazy numbers. I mean, what would that mean? Like, what would you guys think if that's what happened? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It'd be the Barbie of Star Wars? I don't think Barbie was hated as badly as Acolyte, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are really mad about Acolyte. There's some people that are mad about Barbie, but it feels silly to be mad about Barbie for being what you would expect Barbie to be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of interested, man. Obviously, I'm interested in what's going to happen next week. That's going to be crazy. Is it really going to break Star Wars? What does that even mean? Can it even get worse than it is right now? I'm not sure. I am not sure. Brutal Bear 64. Appreciate you, bro. Giancarlo Esposito could play Diamondback's brother, Cutthroat. Read us the wiki, and you can see how he fits, despite the fact that he looks different. Okay, Cutthroat. Cutthroat. Marvel. Ooh, interesting. Daniel Layton. Check this out, guys. Daniel Layton. He was born in Austin, Texas. Later, a member of the Savage Crimes, a New York street game. As a youth, the leader of the gang, a young man called Brock, who later became Crossbones. Brock was responsible for beating and possibly... Wait, what? Okay. Cutthroat. Layton later became the assassin known as Cutthroat. He was hired by Amos Jordan to kill Spider-Man and place the eccentric assassin Arcade. Cutthroat battled mutant hero Nightcrawler, who had discovered a plan of Spider-Man and the heroes to defeat Arcade. Skeleton Crew. He battled Crossbones and Diamondback. Danny soon realized that Diamondback was his sister Rachel, who revealed who he was to her. With Crossbones' return to the Skeleton Crew, Cutthroat feared Crossbones. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I don't know, bro. Sure. Could be. I don't see a really strong... I don't really see a compelling reason as to why you think it's this character. Not to say that it couldn't be. But, yeah, I don't really see that. Oh, yeah, I got to shut the gambling off. We're supposed to only be gambling for a little bit of time. Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't know about that one, dude. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Yeah, I don't know about all that, chat. You know what I mean? Giancarlo as Power Broker would be a win to me. It'd feel right off of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Think about how the Power Broker was doing with his serums. It ain't sharing, though. Yeah, but like, you're telling me the Power Broker's out there mixing it up with swords and knives and stuff? I just don't know, brother. Tim O'Brien. I did not see your super chat go through, bro. I do not see it. Like, the Power Broker should be somebody behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Yeah, he could be a new character for sure. Yeah, he's got like knives, guns, he's got an axe. Like, this dude is ready for action. I don't know who this guy is. He's the new Toad. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, could be. Okay, everybody. Knives okay in Star Wars, but not Marvel. Exactly. Wasted a 5 on that. Give it back. Okay, I will. I will. Man. When do you think Steve Rogers makes an appearance in future projects? So it could be at the end of Avengers 5, maybe like a post-credit scene. Maybe I would like a tease, right? And then do the Nomad series. Like, do the Nomad series to explain what Steve Rogers was doing as he was putting the stones back as the multiverse was collapsing. That's what I would want to see. You could set that up. Maybe in Avengers 5, maybe it gets set up and then he comes into Secret Wars. I'm not really sure. But yeah, that's how I would do it. Connor says, appreciate the 5, bro. First super chat ever. Says, Josh, do you think it's possible for Red Hulk, Savage Hulk face-off at the very end of Brave New World that will directly lead us into World War Hulk? I technically think that's possible, but I guess My Time to Shine said that that's not happening, but who knows? Who knows when it comes to that? Josh, who do you think creates Battleworld, or is there a for the creation of it? I think it's probably the Void, right? Although it's possible that they do something kind of like what Doom does, where he tries to grab up a bunch of the universe and save it. Maybe God of Stories Loki does that. I'm not really sure. So it's if it is created, I want to say it's created by a benevolent force. Although it could be interesting. Oh shit. Okay, think about this. This is kind of fun. What if the villains in Avengers 5, okay? What if the promise that Kang makes to them is that if they go fight the Avengers in these different parts of the multiverse, they will be gifted domain over that universe or what's left of it when it is brought to Battleworld? That could be kind of cool. So, like, let's say it's King Thanos that comes to Earth. Let's say it's Ultron that goes into the 838. Let's say it's Hela or a Hela variant or Mephisto that goes to where Monica Rambeau is. Let's say it's Doctor Doom that goes into Tobey Maguire's universe. And then what if they all win, disappear, but then those universes pop up on Battleworld in a different kind of a way? Yo, that would be sick. So it could be something like that. That would be kind of fun. Tim O'Brien says, Josh, my man, are you the 33rd variant of George Lucas? The Prime variant? Much love, brother. Been enjoying the stream as I always do. Hopefully Acolyte doesn't crash and burn. Yeah, I mean, first of all, thanks for the love, bro. Am I the variant of George Lucas? Of course I am. As far as Acolyte is concerned, like I said, I'm going to do a video about episode 3. I guarantee episode 3 is going to make a lot of noise. We will absolutely talk about it next Wednesday. I kind of have my own predictions as far as how it's going to go. A lot of people are going to hate it. I'll probably be like, it's not that bad. And then everyone will get super fucking mad at me because I don't think it's that bad. So we'll see. I'm enjoying the show. Can I tell you my secret wish for Acolyte? You know, it's kind of late in the stream. A lot of people kind of left, so I feel like I can talk to you guys, just you and me. Here, let me kill the music. Do you want to know my secret wish? Check this out. My ultimate wish is that the back half of Acolyte, like episodes 5 to 8, are so fucking awesome. Like some of the best shit you've ever seen. Super tight storytelling, absolutely incredible, mind-blowing shit. I want it to be so fucking good that a lot of people are like, I don't like all the gay shit, but damn, that's really fucking cool. Like, what I would want is it to be so good that people have an identity crisis. And people don't know what to do. And then people are like, wait, no, but I hated it. I already decided I hate it, but it's so cool. Revan and fucking, like, you know what I mean? Like, I would like it to be so fucking good that I'll be like, damn, that's lit. And watch a bunch of people be like, but I already said I hated it, you know, and shit like that. Like, that would be the most entertaining outcome for me. So don't tell anybody I said that, but that's what I want. Okay, Anthony. And appreciate you, bro. Thanks for the 20 spots. Very generous, man. And we appreciate the support around here. In fact, let me tell you something real quick before I get into Anthony's question. We had some news yesterday. And we found out that Baby Venger #2 is not a female. So Elisa and I both thought that this one was going to be a girl. Like, I was super convinced. I was like, no, it's going to be a girl. And I even said to her, I said, if it's not a girl, God help us, because Liam is a wild man, and we might just have like a bunch of wild men, and it's just going to be a house of like super rowdy boys. So the Lucas house is now just a super rowdy boys club, and God help my wife, God help this whole family, man. So shit's about to go crazy. So we appreciate all of the support because, my God, we've got a lot of crazy shit coming. We're gonna name him Caleb. Caleb. So we're gonna have Liam and Caleb. And oh my God, it's gonna be wild. So we appreciate all the support. Thank you, guys. As far as your question, you said here, Josh, do you believe the rumors that for the movie before Secret Wars, they're going to change it to Eternity War? And how did that storyline work in the comics? And can that storyline work in Eternity War? And how did that... Wait, what? The fuck? Okay, I'll try to answer the question. By the way, it's good to see you, brother. Much love. Thank you for the support. Eternity War is a really weird comic that has to do with a character called the First Firmament. Okay? Now, the First Firmament, he's actually a lot like Null. Null was a character that comes from the Great Abyss. Null is, he was just chilling, and like Celestials and the light starts creating like suns and galaxies and shit like that. And Null is like, fuck all that. I just want the darkness. You guys are so stupid. And he hates it. The First Firmament is like the embodiment of the very first version of the cosmos before there was a multiverse and before there were multiple versions of the cosmos. Okay? So the First Firmament is like this uber powerful cosmic being that is essentially the first universe ever. And he's like personified. Very, very powerful. In the Eternity Wars comic, it has to do with the Maker doing crazy shit guided by the First Firmament to destroy all of the multiverse, or actually what he wants to destroy is the space between the multiverse so that it's all just one again. Okay? And it's, dude, it is super weird. You get like a version of Galactus that has the Enigma Force and is like orange and crazy like that. You've got like, I believe it's Blue Marvel, America Chavez, some other like really powerful characters that are trying to like basically find Eternity, who's chained up by the First Firmament. I remember like researching all of this when back in 2019 when it first came out. How does that work? The way I think it works in Marvel, and I do not think that Eternity Wars is going to be the first movie. I guess it could be, but I don't think so. I think Eternity Wars connects to reshaping the cosmos completely. Okay? So, you know how they have like fixed moments in time or canon events, which is like these things that have to happen? Well, I think even Kang and the Council of Kangs, I think they are like, they have to do that shit too. Like, I don't think Kang can undo fixed moments in time. But I think if he destroyed Eternity, maybe he could. Okay? So there's a line in Quantum Mania where the Kang that was exiled says something to the effect of, will destroy Eternity. And I think that's probably the ultimate goal. So, like, here's just a possibility, right? Kang gets the power of the Beyonder. He comes in and destroys the multiverse. However, due to Eternity, he can't reshape the multiverse the way that he wants. he still would have to shape the cosmos according to eternity. So maybe like movie number 1 is Kang destroys the multiverse. Maybe movie number 2 is Beyonder Kang attempts to destroy eternity, and the real battle would be on Battleworld versus the heroes versus the villains, and they're trying to stop Beyonder Kang from destroying eternity. And maybe the third movie, Eternity Wars, is Kang has destroyed eternity, and the heroes then now have to try to fight against Beyonder Kang and establish a new eternity, which could be the love girl from Thor Love and Thunder. Or Doom, does part of that too. Like that's kind of like the basic idea, right? Yeah, something like that could happen. Appreciate the support, brother. Hope you're doing well. Seconds from Disaster says, I hope Secret Wars Part 2 ends up being the destruction and reset of the whole MCU. Like Kang said on the finale of Loki Season 1, reset the whole damn thing. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably what's going to happen, and it will coalesce with the soft reboot, right? So there's a lot of juice there. There's a lot of, like, cool things they could do, for sure. So, JB, hey, thanks for the 10 spot, says, for your children. Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. Brutal Bear says, Cutthroat is the one, I swear. Didn't I already just look at this, bro? I just looked at Cutthroat. Let me ask you, Brutal Bear, I'm not against it. I just don't see why Cutthroat is even that cool. Why is Cutthroat even that cool? Not going to lie, that sounds terrible. I mean, I think it sounds cool, but there's a lot of ways it could go wrong, for sure. But I think it's pretty sweet. Yeah. Yeah, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. I see Pascal as the maker. That could be cool, for sure. Damn it. I really have to go. I'm out now. This was fun. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Yeah. Star Wars, Hot D, The Boys, over Marvel. Uh-oh. Hot take. I want this maker to be soft reboot. Josh should be making him sound dope. Yeah, that would be cool for sure. Who will ultimately be the MCU Wolverine? I guess it kind of depends. I think it's too early to tell. I think it's too early to tell. Does Venom trailer retcon Spider-Man 4 Venom? No. No. I'll tell you this. Do you guys want to know what's going on in that Venom trailer? Do you want to know? This is speculation, but it is speculation based on some shit I heard. I think the scene in the bar will either be a post-credit scene or it'll be the end of the movie. And I think Venom and Eddie are going to leave their universe to go out into the multiverse to find Spider-Man. And so that'll be at the very end of the film. And just like in Spider-Man No Way Home, Eddie will be ripped into the multiverse, maybe maybe he does it on purpose. Maybe something else rips him into the multiverse. But that will happen, and a little bit of Venom will be left behind. Speculation. I'm speculating. But, yeah, that's what I think is happening. Jay Firth says, what if the Fantastic Four movie is the ultimate version and Pedro is actually the maker? Yeah, that could be cool. I don't think that's what they're doing. That could be kind of cool, dude. But I just don't see it, man. I don't, with everything I've heard, I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. Josh, what are the theories for Black Panther, and do you think they will movie or show for Namor during the Mutant Saga? It really just depends, man. I don't really know what they're cooking over there. I've heard some rumors. They probably have a lot of ideas, but I couldn't tell you for sure. But, yeah, I hope Namor is a big part of what they do with the mutants, but Namor did not get the X-Men fanfare, right? So when Miss Marvel was found to be a mutant, they played the X-Men theme song. When Charles Xavier rolls out in Multiverse of Madness, they play the X-Men theme song. Namor says he's a mutant, and nothing happened. So I don't think he's going to be a part of their X-Men plans, but maybe, maybe a part of the mutant plans, hopefully, right? J-Man, thanks, brother. Says, thank you for everything you do, Josh. You're by far my favorite content creator. Even if we don't agree on the Acolyte, it's nice seeing a different perspective. Oh, that's nice, man. Thank you. I appreciate the support, man. You guys have been very generous this stream and this week in general, so I appreciate it. Thank you. Chris Listenfeld says, dude, read Ultimates last night. Thought it was really good. Definitely could see Feige taking inspiration. What were your thoughts? P.S. Take my baby money. NerdVengers for life. Bro, I have not been able to read it yet. This has been a really weird week. A lot of comic book work. A lot of real life stuff going on. Things are crazy. I have not been able to read it. I really want to. I'm going to try. Maybe I'll read it right after this. But, yeah, man. Dude, I'm just real busy, dude. Sucks. But I'm real busy. I'm actually going to get out of here. I'm going to probably have like lunch. I'm going to try to do a reset. And then I think I'm going to record my video about the Acolyte leaks. I might even publish that, get that out by the end of the day today. So look out for that for like maybe in the next 3 hours. A video about the Acolyte leaks and my thoughts and, shit like that. I got a video about Noel. I want to do another video about the Avengers, Hulk. There's a lot of stuff that's on my mind. So, yeah. Hell yeah. I'm excited, though. I do want to read that book. I'm very pumped about it. Hell yeah. Rob's Ultimates breakdown was great, too. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it was, for sure. Yeah. Okay, everybody. Just over 3 hours. Appreciate you guys. Josh, don't jump on the hate bandwagon. Don't jump on the hate bandwagon. I mean, I like Acolyte so far. If I really don't like Acolyte episode 3, I'm gonna tell you. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's like jumping on the hate bandwagon, but if it pisses me off, I'm gonna let you know. I don't think it will, but I don't know. And then like, as far as my commentary on the Acolyte itself, I don't consider it like flipping or jumping on the hate train to say the same things I've been saying about Lucasfilm for years. I happen to like the Acolyte show, and I happen to be able to separate and sort of ignore all of the cringe commentary, promotion, and interviews, and I can just watch the show. But I'm also not going to like tell people that can't do that can't separate it, that they're bad or bigots or whatever, right? Like, Kathleen Kennedy took a big old shit on Star Wars' chest, and then she's now trying to kind of make people mad because they say it stinks. Like, you see what I'm saying? So I'll just be myself like I always am, and I think a lot of people will get it. I think a lot of people will not get it. You know, like my entire career has been a lot of people misunderstanding me because I try to just have a real ass nuanced take. So yeah, I just kind of expect it to it's gonna be just like it always is with me. So we'll see. Anthony says, Josh, do you agree with fans that are saying the Sentry is too powerful and OP to have him in the MCU right now? Because we have no heroes to beat him. Yeah, I mean, look, he definitely is super OP. I would say Carol Danvers, maybe Doctor Strange, maybe Hulk, especially if he rages. Maybe Red Hulk, Hyperion, Doctor Doom. There are characters that could fight Sentry, but yeah, like, make no mistake, dude. Sentry is crazy OP. They will probably have to tone him down a little bit, I would say. I mean, what do you guys think? Gaia? God damn it, Chris. God damn it, Chris. Yeah. Can't be Gaia. No. Yeah. How's the lightsaber combat? Haven't watched it yet. I think it's pretty good. There's not really lightsaber on lightsaber yet. But I've been enjoying it. I think the fighting's pretty good. I'll tell you this. Acolyte is way better than Secret Invasion. Like, dude, it's way better than Secret Invasion. Acolyte's better than Kenobi. Acolyte's better than Book of Boba Fett. Acolyte's better than Tales of the Empire. Acolyte might even have a stronger start than Ahsoka. At least I think. I don't think Hulk right now, how they build him in Yeah, for sure. That's true. If Hulk became a rage monster again, he would potentially have the power to fight Sentry. So during World War Hulk, Sentry goes to New York to try to stop Hulk, and they have to call him back because if they would have kept fighting, it would have broke the world. Like, it gets crazy, dude. But yeah, Sentry's very strong. But so is Hulk. Hulk could be very strong, too. Agree with all of that until the Ahsoka part. I like Ahsoka, but Ahsoka starts off a little shaky. In my opinion. Yeah. All right, everybody. Hey, much love, man. I could chat it up and hang out with you guys all day. So I really appreciate all the support today. Thank you. Much love. Videos coming at you guys over the weekend. A lot of cool videos next week, too. We shall see what Acolyte Episode 3 brings to the fandom. And we'll talk about it in a very reasonable, chill kind of a way. Also, Twitch, you literally just started popping up for me. So I apologize. I appreciate my Twitch viewers. And I'm sorry that it wasn't showing your chats today. Sometimes it does that. I'm not really sure why, but much love, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys on Monday, okay? As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Hell yeah. Appreciate you guys. We'll do a Diamond Lounge next week. And we'll also do the gift card next week. I should have mentioned that more. But we're going to do that next week. Much love, man. Appreciate you guys this week. It's been a good week of streams. A lot of discourse, a lot of mixed feelings. I get it. I'm trying to navigate the space. You know, I want to be honest about how I feel, but also address how the community feels. You know what I mean? So, hey, it is what it is, man. We got Hot D coming in. We got the boys. And that should take us right into Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh, hell yeah. Sajid, I will check the Discord. Can you send me another DM, bro? I'm sorry, bro. I've just been super busy. Hit me up. We'll get you taken care of, for sure. All right, everybody. Open up your third eye and wash out your stinky butt.